The RAD podcast is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi and welcome to this week's edition of the RAD podcast, Random Ass Discussion. Joining me this week we have Darren Truby.
Hello.
We have the Scottish one, Xander.
Hi.
We have the guy that's so lost he's become semi-permanent. It's Adam Cox.
I'm Dave Benson Phillips.
Dave, why did you not slime me? I love you, slime, Dave.
Darren wants to be slimed
Please,
by Adam.
The BBC got into enough trouble with the paedophile ring. Let's not go any further.
And joining us this week we have a very, very, very special guest. It's like a blast from the past, but, you know, coming from a bad podcast to a decent one. Coming from WrestleBox, Lewis Ogden.
Hello!
How are you doing? How's our weeks been? Who wants to start?
Anybody want to take the floor?
We'll start with the guest. How about Lewis? Go on then. Go ahead. How's your week been?
Oh, well, very well mannered, obviously. Not too bad. Not much to report on. As I say, thought I'd just take the time to join you on this very entertaining podcast that I have been listening to intently and been wanting to get a guest spot on the show for some time. And it just so happens that you caught me on an evening where I haven't been able to days off early. So I'm just cracking open a beer at the moment. Just give me one second.
Sounds good. I will be Nice. So I'll be cracking open something that's not remotely as nice as a beer, but we'll come to that a bit later on.
Oh.
How about you, Darren? How's your week been?
Very good, yeah. Well, since the weekend, it was a really good weekend.
Well, this is it.
To BCW, seen some really good academy students and some other good wrestlers, and then went to see WWE UK Tournament.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, well, if you want to hear all the discussion about that, we'll probably touch on it a little bit on the podcast this week, but we won't go into too much detail because we have actually got a bonus episode that you can go back and listen to, called basically the bonus episode. We weren't too inventive with the title there, so just go back and listen to that, and we'll give you our thoughts. It was intended to be a little brief half-hour, chinwag about what happened over the weekend, and it ended up being well over an hour. So, it's good listening anyway. So, go back, have a listen if you're interested. And, have you done anything since, Darren? Or have you just been working a bit like me? Well, not like
working, days are... That's it, working. Yeah, working.
Yeah, fair enough. I've had a week off, the weekend, since off, so I'm off till Monday still, so it's not too bad. I've done absolute sweet fuck all, basically. Best way to treat may take a week off, I'd say. Doing absolutely sweet FA. How about you? Yeah, how about you, Xander? Have you been up to much this week?
Cleaning up the garden mostly. Over the weekend, we had 140-mile-an-hour winds hitting the house.
A light breeze up there, isn't that?
Yeah, it's just like somebody farted.
Yeah.
So just been cleaning up, claiming a few trees and stuff for myself.
You know, we go around the streets, you're blowing around the, stuff's blowing around the street. Oh, look, there's a couple of cans there. I might pick them up, put them in the recycling bin. Up there in Scotland, oh, there's a fucking great big tree. I think I'll recycle that.
Yeah.
Xander and the family's just going down the high street with a shopping trolley, just going dibs.
Yes.
Dibs.
That one's just been planted. It's still got the iron, get the cage round it. Dibs.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
It reminds me of something Billy Connolly was talking about on one of his old shows a few years ago. When he was saying when he lived in one of his old, as a kid, when he grew up in one of his old tenement buildings, and they had to nick all the front doors for some reason, or put all the front doors in like a row as like a wall. And of course, because some people had nicer doors than other one, everyone's going out at night nicking other people's doors so they could have a better one.
So yeah, you might have the lock your door if you've still got a door.
But then Xander, you might get someone who'll come up, be knocking your door one day and be like, "That's my tree there." No, it isn't. It wasn't there before. Yes, it was. No, I think you'll find that's my tree. That's like my tree. It was in my garden. No, it wasn't.
Act of God, it blew into mine.
To be fair, the tree literally missed my car by about 3 feet. So I'm claiming it as dibs. And I had to move it off the road so the school bus could pick up the kids.
See, he's scrounging and doing his good deed of the day. It's
dibs.
2 dibs, yeah.
Yes, kids, you will get an education.
Oh yeah, my kids don't miss a day of school.
The kids are going, "Oh, Dad, no."
Leave that fucking tree in there.
No, don't want to force it on you, Dad.
If you lift it, you bend with your back, not your knees.
Remember you're moving and handling.
Shut up, children. I know how to move a tree.
What about his Scottish? He'll just pick it up and caber toss it into his garden.
To be fair, mate, I did actually just pick it up and move it off the road.
Just caber toss it and accidentally hit your bedroom window with it.
Yeah, well, it was only 20 foot long, so it wasn't that big.
Just the size of some people's height of some people's bungalows. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh God, how's your week been anyway, Adam? Can you top that?
Well, let's see. Hold on. I went to Impactful Jokers last Thursday.
That's not. Yeah, can't. Yeah.
I did PCW on Sunday. I went to Manchester on Saturday and got absolutely wankered and played pool and taught this Australian guy how to swear.
Nice.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of you're trying to teach an Australian how to swear?
Well, no, because it came over and he was like, we were sat in a pub and we noticed he was by himself. So one of my mates started talking to him. And he's like, "Oh, I love when the Brits say, how is it you say it?" And he was like, "When you say fucking cunt." He's like, "I love it." So, and my mates both looked at me and was like, "Well, he's your guy for swearing." And it's like every time I said it, it was like he almost orgasmed every time I said it. And he's like, "Oh, do you know what we say in Australia? It's like if we think something's good, it's like we call them a mega cunt." I was like, "That's good." I was like, "You're lucky in Scotland if you get called a cunt, because that's apparently a good thing." So, it happened to me, so.
Must love our podcast then if he loves the word cunt.
Well,
my friends
you can't say cunt in Australia.
Well, yeah, you have to say can't.
You fucking can't.
That's down south, it. You fucking can't. You just end up starting to sound like Shah Samuels.
Yeah, you mag.
You fucking mag. Let me, silly.
So yeah, went to PCW Sunday, caught the afternoon show, got home just in time to catch the UK tournament, and then
jumped on with us. Yeah.
Then just been working and applying for jobs.
Applying for jobs?
Yeah.
Had enough already?
Jobs.
Pretty much. Let's just say
bored.
Office work isn't for me.
So you're bored shitless, basically.
Pretty much.
Fair enough. Like I say, mine's been pretty boring. Apart from, like I say, watching the UK tournament and giving shitty food, it's been pretty decent. So yeah, can't complain. Well, we'll move on anyway. There was Just because so I've just been looking up something on Facebook the other day, and it was like on my timeline. And obviously, a lot of our stuff comes off Facebook. It actually does. It's the main source of information for most people nowadays. But apparently, that source of information is potentially going to be being available for 7-year-olds because a new version of Facebook has been launched for 7-year-olds. What are your guys' opinions on that?
No, fuck no, and no.
I concur with Xander.
My mentality of introducing technology and certain aspects of technology and social media to kids is the same sort of. I can remember a couple of podcasts ago you were talking about what age is it appropriate to give your child a mobile phone?
Yes,
and I honestly think that unless you're at the appropriate age of like 14, 15, you shouldn't be anywhere near sort of that aspect of society, given the fact that there are that many fucked up weirdos in this world.
Well, this is it. You know, to be fair though, it doesn't actually mean that they're going to be on Facebook either. I mean, I read another story that there's a school in Blackpool that's been undisclosed. I don't know if you guys have heard it. It was in the Gazette today. Apparently, there was a teacher in Blackpool, a 24-year-old, that was putting spy cameras in the boys' changing rooms and the boys' toilets.
Oh, sounds like a lovely bloke.
Yes. So apparently, the primary school's obviously not been disclosed to protect the identity of the kids involved. So, but yeah, like I say, there's danger everywhere. It's not just like technology. I've got the story here on my mobile. If you want me to just quickly run over it.
Yeah, give us the cliff notes.
I'll try my best. It's not actually that long a thing. It'll take me about a minute or two to read.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just go through it. It says, a former police sergeant has created a safe social media platform aimed at 7-year-olds. The age limit on using sites like Facebook may be 13, but it doesn't stop at 4 out of 5 primary school kids admitting to using social media at least once a day. Determined to give parents and teachers the tools to deal with this growing trend, former police sergeant and e-safety guru Henry Platten took matters into his own hands, developing a safe and social media platform that young children can use. Go Bubble from e-cadets, it puts an end to unwanted friend requests, dubious content and potential for cyberbullying. It allows children to take advantage of the best bits of social media without any negative aspects. With Go Bubble, children can chat online with school friends, share jokes, pictures and videos, and learn about different cultures by making new friends of the same age around the world. Now, I've got a massive problem with that is, what's stopping someone pretending to be a child?
Exactly.
So
I realise it's a serious subject as well, but the bloke has got an awesome name, Henry Platten.
So I'm not going to go much further into that. Which is basically like the first paragraph of the story.
Yes, yeah, but just going back to your point, Paul, it's just like anybody anywhere can just get a login like that.
Well, this is it. There's been many a time. I mean, anyone could have like a Facebook profile. I mean, I came across somebody the other day and I was arguing against not anti-fracking per se, but the antics that anti-fracking protesters were doing. For example, in this case, they were standing in the middle of the road, picketing. And I said to him,
fracking.
Fracking, it's like pumping water into the ground to get natural gas. It's a big thing happening on the Fylde coast at the minute.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, there was on a fracking site in, was it not Skelmersdale, was it? Can't remember anyway. It was close. It was fairly, very, very close anyway. And they were standing in the middle of the road. I just said to them basically they were imbeciles for endangering themselves and the general public. And I obviously put a face, because I was arguing with people all the way through saying they were absolutely right, this, that, and the other. I thought, no, they were wrong. And I put a status saying that I was basically arguing with fucktards on the Gazette page. I don't know if any of you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, and someone screenshotted it on a fake Facebook profile and accused me of trouble causing.
Fucking hell, Paul, you rebel.
I know, I'm awful, aren't I? It was insightful and hateful. Mind you, saying that, you should listen to the podcast, they might half be right.
The thing with something like that though is like the Gazette will say like, "Oh, we're not disclosing the school name for whatever reason." You can guarantee at least 3 comments into that post somewhere. Someone will say, "Oh, what school is it?" And then one of the mums or something will comment
Yeah.
saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it was like Thames or something," or you know.
Yeah, whatever school it was. Well, we're not insinuating it's Thames, by the way.
No.
There are very few
Not
people in
so.
this day and age that you can you can tell them your deepest, darkest secrets, and it will remain a deep and darkened secret.
This is it. I mean, I can trust the guys on this podcast right now. I'd imagine.
Well, exactly, yeah.
You know, I could imagine that, but outside of that, I wouldn't necessarily say so. But yeah, going back to this Facebook thing, I can't. Like I say, it's just another medium of getting to children, in my opinion. Because, like I say, there's people who think, like they're preying on kids. They're not using the real name. They're not using this things like that. They're just going to set up a fake profile like they would do on this one. So I'd love to know how they would get around fake profiles coming about of people who are grooming children on that. It's just like a marketplace. Pick your child.
They should. I think like they should do like with certain account like bank accounts and stuff. They should have like it's like your parent is like a proxy.
Yeah.
So your parent can log into the account as well and see what you've been doing through their device or whatever.
But at the same, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say that so the kid has control of the account, but then the parent can go in and if there's something they see that they don't like, or whatever, they can then report it or they can shut the account down from their device or their computer or something like that.
So that would be a good
That'd
idea.
be my way around it, but they're probably not going to think about it like that. Like
it's just
going to be. Oh, go on.
So it's just a way of aiming at getting kids on social media in a pseudo safe environment. But the thing is, you can get it for free at schools, but if outside of school, you've got to pay for it. So for me, I think it's just it's a money maker.
Yeah, it just seems kind of pointless, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's redundant in my opinion. I think if
how much is it going to cost them outside of school?
£3. £3 on Android, I think, which is a lot when you think about it per year as well. Considering Facebook's free, so I can't see many people obviously jumping at it because obviously Facebook's free.
It'd have to have some sort of security, like a guaranteed security, I think. For
it's
consider.
Yeah,
even though it's only sort of a few pence a day or something. It's probably less than a penny a day or something like that.
Yeah, well, it is. It is less than a penny a day. But at the same time, like you say, it's got to have security through the balls for it to actually be a viable option, for it to actually work for the purpose it was created.
Yeah.
It's got to have that many security checks to stop these predators and what have you getting to the kids. I just don't think it's going to work.
You'll probably have the parents, so like the sort of the ones who are sort of oh no, everyone is dangerous and you can't play on the streets anymore, kids, and you've got to go if you're going somewhere. We need to know where you're going, and you must ring us at least every hour and stuff. You'll have the overprotective parents who'll probably sort of want to invest in it, and then there'll be the ones who don't care and say, well, yeah, you can have Facebook, and like sort of it's like, oh, I'm talking to a man on here, and it's like, well, why are you talking to a man? It's like, block him or whatever. It's.
Well, I've had occasions like that with my cousin Ed. On occasions like, he's 11 and he plays on Xbox Live, and he can go hours of just like chatting to like random people online, and we always try to get across as just like, you got to be cautious about who you talk to, because you don't, they could be telling you one thing, but they could be somebody else entirely different. It's the simple thing of you've got to be extra. It's one of those you've got to be completely careful about what you do and who you allow in.
Yeah, you've just got to be extra cautious and have your suit of armour on, basically.
So if you heard that, Paul, next time you play in Forza 4, Be careful who you're talking to.
Yeah, Xander. Yeah, Xander. Actually, that was Forza 2.
Forza 2, sorry. Forza 2, sorry.
God, I think we've known each other too long. I think it's a bit late for that now.
Maybe he's a thought.
I'm already groomed.
Groomed me when I was a young boy.
What are you on about, Xander? I'm younger than you.
Shut up.
I've already been groomed.
Oh, that's wrong. But yeah.
But yeah, I'm not for this parents' Facebook for 7-year-olds. I just think just stop your kids going on Facebook.
Yeah.
Basically, they don't. What 7-year-old needs a Facebook account?
Well, they don't.
You know, what's the biggest drama that a 7-year-old's got? You know, is my friend going to pinch my sweets tomorrow? You know what I mean? It's something like that. I mean, okay, yeah. You know, it's just inviting another way of getting to kids, like, for example, cyberbullying.
That's
as
what
well.
I was thinking.
Another, it's just another font for people to be bullied.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, kids don't have the moral know-how legally till 10-year-old, and I can believe that.
Yeah.
Kids aren't going to think, oh, I'm going to go online and I'm not going to do this, that, and the other. If a kid's been teased at school, they're going to come home and they're going to tease them online as well. So potentially there is no escape for it. So I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
And I think that can be the closing statement on that.
Exactly.
It's just not a good idea. So Mr. Former police sergeant dude, don't do it. That's that. What else can we talk about today? Saw something else on Facebook as well. A couple of days ago, I had to look it up. Apparently, it's been going since November. It's something called the Man Up campaign. Have any of you guys know about it or heard of it?
Nope.
Now, what it is, apparently, it's a campaign where, you know, when you, like, apparently people are feeling down or, they're upset about something, and people tell people to man up. A bloke.
I do that quite a lot.
I thought he was talking about them boys from ROH.
I was just thinking, just like it's like a former army drill sergeant sort of looked at the work that the Samaritans do, and it's just like, fucking hell, they don't need encouragement, they need to fucking man up. It's just that's my marketing idea.
But yeah, apparently it's a campaign to say, look, you know, is it okay to tell somebody to man up if they're genuinely upset? I just thought from this, is it okay for men to show emotion like that? I'm going to start with possibly the most unemotional guy I have ever known, Xander.
I have emotion.
You bastard. Do you have emotion? It's just fucking deep down inside.
That's a good.
I get cold hearted quite a lot from the missus. Depending, there's a lot. You've seen it yourself. There's a lot that goes on that it's just like, come on, grow a sack and stop whinging like a little bitch.
Mm.
But you know, sometimes people cry out for help on these mediums, and I don't know. I think that's the wrong place to even cry out for help.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going on Facebook and you're like, obviously I call it vague booking. You know, I've done it personally before. I don't think that's the best way to do it, because you know you're crying out for attention, but it's not always the right way, and it's always going to be more public. I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Like, you know, having your life, showing your dirty laundry in public, like on the public forum that is Facebook. But if you're upset, and I've been myself, I've been actually, you know, physically upset. I mean, to the point in front of one of my closest friends, who I won't mention. And he basically dragged me kicking and screaming into, making myself feel better about myself. Sometimes I think you do need to show that side of yourself to people that are close to you. Because if you bottle it up too much, it can actually lead to serious health issues, mentally. I mean.
Yeah, but there's bottling it up and sharing it with friends, family, loved ones, and then there's bottling up or sharing it on social media like a complete dick.
Yeah, I mean,
it's, those are your two mediums. Like, I don't have time for people who, they do the standard Facebook messages of just like, oh, I can't keep going anymore. Because that's just literally, that's a cry out for attention. It's not a cry out for help.
That's attention seeking.
That's attention seeking, yeah. If you're truly in trouble and you have things you need to get off your chest,
you'll seek that person out who you need to speak to.
Yeah, you'll seek the person or people that you trust the most, and you'll offload to them.
This is it.
The thing is, it's about finding the certain someone that can listen to what you're going through, and they can understand about it, but they can also show you a different perspective to the problem that you're having.
Well, this is it. I mean, I said when I brought this question up about Xander, about saying he's probably the most unemotional guy I've ever met. But truth be told, he's actually given me really good sound advice in the past when I've actually been physically upset, and Xander will back me up on that.
Yep.
I've been there. I've been through messy breakups and things like that. And he has been there.
Yeah.
Even though I've never met the dude. So I could say... I could...
Sweet. You groomed me that well.
Yes, I did.
It's like a literal voice in your head.
Yes, he is the voice in my head. That's all he has to be. He's always been there.
You don't even know if he's one sort of one put together human being.
It might be multiple people with a voice box.
Yeah.
It's really at the moment. His son's he's on the podcast at this moment in time. He's just got the voice box.
You better be in fucking bed.
Oh god! If you just all of a sudden hear, "Oh shit, Dad!" No, we know now, don't we?
Dad, no!
No, Daddy, no!
No, Xander, put the gun down.
It's not worth it, Daddy. Oh my god! Please don't grab me, Daddy.
We'll just end the episode on gunshots and police sirens.
You'll never take me alive. You'll never take me alive. Come, piggy.
You fucking pigs.
Fucking hellfire. But yeah, back on topic if we can.
We had a topic?
We did.
I'd just like to say, when this is read out of court, nothing to do with me.
It was all his idea.
Daz, you would have got away with it if you hadn't said anything.
They already heard me.
Don't bring back Jimmy G. Don't. He would have got away if it weren't for that meddling kids.
You would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
No,
And that voice box.
Kids.
Oh yeah.
I like Scooby-Doo.
Watched
Crazy.
a lot of Scooby-Doo this week.
It was Jimmy Savile's inspiration, wasn't it?
Anyway, talking of cartoons and kids and that, I've just found out. Well, I got an email before of Netflix. They've got He-Man and She-Ra just come up.
But do they have
He-Man.
Thundercats?
Oh, not yet, unfortunately.
Fucking boo.
But He-Man.
I would
like,
throw money
yeah.
at Thundercats.
I
I
was
would.
season 1 on DVD.
Nice. I'm waiting for that to appear in Poundland.
Probably been in there.
Wouldn't shock me. I just seem to miss it. I'm not had out in Poundland for donkeys, actually.
I got mine in the charity shop for 50p.
Have you been to Poundland this week, Coxie?
No, I've not had a chance yet, but I forgot the original topic we were talking about as well.
It was about guys being emotional. Is it okay? I've actually written on my notes, is it okay for men to cry or to show emotion?
Well,
Oh, yeah. In a way, I think it is needed at times, especially sort of in sort of today's social media society. And you're having people have access to posting pictures and memes and all that sort of shite and live video and stuff. And in a way, it's some people use it in a good way, some people use it in a bad way, and it's sort of that thing of there's telling too much and there's telling not enough on Facebook or any sort of social media. It's sort of try and find the middle ground, rather than sort of like posting everything about you, every personal detail about yourself and every little aspect.
Yeah.
Or literally just being really cryptic and saying, well, that's just got a bit shit, hasn't it? ... Expecting people then jump in and go, oh, what's happened? Email me or whatever.
Yeah, that goes in towards the attention-seeking sort of end of the spectrum, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like I had a friend on a few years ago. They were dicks, so they deleted me. And they used to post things when I first added them. They always said like, "Oh, I've suffered from depression and bipolar, but I'm self-diagnosed bipolar, or whatever." And I'm like, okay. Started posting stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna end it all," and all this sort of thing. Always stuff like that, and can't take life anymore. Ready to end it all. Gonna end it tonight and stuff. Come on, a few hours later, feel a bit better. But now it's like you have that thing of like, if someone posts stuff like that, you can actually report it to Facebook and say that you think they need help.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I actually had a bit of a Facebook stalk on their profile recently, and someone did that to them. So they then posted a status about it, saying why some cunt reported me, saying that I might need help. It's like, why didn't they not think to message me? But it's like, I know from prior experience just messaging them, oh, what's up with you? Oh, well, I just feel a bit down. It's like, well, is there any reason as to why you're posting that you want to kill yourself? And it's like, oh, it's just the way I feel.
Yeah, you don't write that on Facebook because that gives off the wrong impression.
Could have offered them a gun.
But yeah, it's the dangerous thing to say is I feel like killing myself. I mean, there's a guy on my Facebook at this moment in time that keeps saying it all the time. You'll know him. I'll give you his initials. It's AB. You'll know who he is, Adam.
Offer him a rope and some rope and a chair and see what happens.
Well, he'll probably turn it into a wrestling match.
I want to see one of his shows. Oops.
Or just say, right, tell you what, make some toast in the bath and see what happens.
No, you can't.
Inspiration.
It's a little bit cold and I'm a little bit hungry.
I'll advocate here, Darren. I'm not advocating that he does do that, but if he should choose to feel hungry when he's taking a bath one time, he may want to try and make some toast in the bath and see what happens.
Oh, I just want to make toast.
Just
Toast
like,
is so good.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll recreate the opening scene from Goldfinger.
Toast.
Shocking.
Well, too much carb.
Positively shocking.
Do you know what? Talking of food, do you know what? I think
Don't you make me
it's
hungry.
time for the all-you-can barf buffet. We've got 3 things to try this week.
You mean you've got to try?
Well, I've got 2 things to try. I have the main meal and the drink to wash it down with. Coxie has been kind enough to bring along a dessert that he's going to try. So,
what is on the menu, dear sir?
Well, I'm going to do. Obviously, I'll do my 2 first because obviously, you have your main meal before your dessert and you wash it down.
And then while Coxie's tucking into his dessert, we'll just have you barfing away in the background.
Probably, we shall see. But I got let's give it. I mean, I had my mother round this afternoon, and she had a dentist appointment down South Shore in Blackpool, and there was the market not far away. And there's a cheap shop in there called Cheaper For You. I don't know if you're aware of these cheap shops, Adam.
I
think I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a yellow sort of shop. It's not very nice looking. They tend to send bags of crisps that are like 3 months out of date.
Yeah, it's like B&M on a budget.
B&M on on a fraction of the budget. But my mum got me something made by if you've listened to watched Actions, you might be familiar with the brand Hunger Breaks.
You know the ones that did like the burger in a can or like Christmas dinner in a can or something.
No, it was like the pot rice sort of thing.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, but this is she gave me this today, and it's beef meatball bolognese with pasta. Yeah, so she thought,
God have mercy on your stomach, Mr. Flinders.
Yeah, she thought, I saw this in there, and I thought of you, and I thought, it's like, thanks. So I thought,
she saw shit on the shelf, and she thought, Paul will like that.
Yeah, she must have. Funny enough, my mum listens to the podcast, so so she probably thought of it.
Mom.
Hello, Paul's mum.
Crap! How much has she heard?
You can
Far too much.
Daddy's shitting himself.
But yeah, she got me this. It's got funny enough, it says beef meatball bolognese. You know, it's got macaroni in it, minced beef chops apparently.
What?
Beef chops. So yeah, I'm assuming it's probably the eyeballs and the arsehole of a cow. Red pepper and meatballs. Surprisingly, it doesn't tell you what meat the meatballs are from. So,
That says enough.
so yeah. So I'm going to very, very quickly microwave this. So, Adam, cue the music. Cue the music.
This is when it cuts in that the meatball's actually a giant boulder.
Right, while that's in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Chasing Paul down to the kitchen.
It's a meatball rolling after me.
No!
But it's currently in the microwave as we speak, so we've got 2 minutes of
Come on.
pure tension. I really am genuinely not looking forward to this. But while we're at it, while I'm kind of walking through the kitchen holding my microphone, I've got a drink that we're going to try as well today. And I picked it up about 2 weeks ago. It's been in my fridge, so it's nice and cold.
Shouldn't you wait until your meal's ready so you can wash your testicles down?
I'm thinking of maybe using this to...
What's your testicles?
Well, it's unknown meat balls.
Exactly. But I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to be using this water to clean up my table with after I've vomited.
Yeah, that's
rather
what I
than
thought when I
drink
went
it.
to South Korea that time. I was in a restaurant. I was in a restaurant trying spaghetti and meatballs. I was just like,
I've just heard it explode.
These meatballs really are the dog's bollocks.
But I've just heard. Funny enough, I think I might have just heard one of my meatballs explode in the microwave. So
that's all that salt on the inside.
Oh god, more than likely. But yeah, I've also got a drink. It's aloe vera original flavour smooth drink.
Now you had a bad experience with aloe vera last time, I remember.
Yes, it was the Big Bear sort of thing. I actually used it to clean my sink. It was grim. It was
So you'll use this as sort of like toilet cleaner then?
More than likely. I got it from Home Bargains for 19 pence for a 500ml bottle. I am actually worried. Genuinely worried.
Well, to be honest, you were worried last time, and I seem to remember you were on the verge of throwing up.
Yes, I nearly did. I actually had 2 sips and I couldn't drink anymore.
Just to let you know, while you're away in your meal,
I'm just going to pick up my thing. So whatever you got to go for it now, Lewis.
Well, whilst Paul is tucking into his various animals in pasta, and aloe vera extract. I'm just drinking away on my large bottle of Polish beer known as Tyskie, and I'm loving every single sip of it. Not that I'm trying to rub it in on you, Paul, but...
Well, I'm back.
Just a little step as well. Aloe vera drinks are good for you if you're constipated. Just search on Google. So if you're constipated because of the meatballs, drink more aloe vera drinks.
If I can stomach the bastard.
Well, if that would be the case, Darren, then we'd be taking a hell of a longer ad break in the middle.
I'll be just playing Adam's advert on loop. But yeah, I've got it now in front of me. The offending meal. It's
How would you describe the appearance of it?
Like a dog has eaten a load of macaroni. Macaroni like with bolognese sauce and then shit it.
And the aroma?
A bit of a very similar.
Remember, savour everybody.
I'm going to send a picture of this now. I've only put it in a plastic container. It's not on a fancy plate or anything. I'm going to send a picture to the RAD group chat. So just bear with me 1 second. That'll do. And I'll send the same picture to Lewis and Xander because you don't seem to be in the group for some reason. So there's one for Lewis.
Thank you, sir.
And one for Xander now. Come on, it's being slow.
Why have you sent me a picture of your bollocks?
Because I wanted to. So yeah, well, how does that look to you guys?
I don't have a picture.
I've sent it you.
Yeah, that is quite an accurate description, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So now I am now starting to get a few pieces of macaroni on my fork. So bone out the teeth.
Oh,
there you go. There's the picture. Right, bone out the teeth. Guess what it tastes like? Mush.
As good as it looks and smells.
It is actually tasteless. It is actually it can't offend me because there's no taste to be offended by.
Add salt.
Oh, that's a shame because I was going to.
It is a shame.
I was going to drop a bit of a soundbite then.
I also now have one of the so-called beef steaks sort of things, beef chops. I believe they are. Yeah, beef chops. I didn't know you got chops off beef, so that concerns me a little bit. So let's just try this, shall we? Let's have a look. Beef chop. Yeah, that's vile. Absolutely tasteless yet again.
Oh, that's nasty.
And now I'm going to have the meatball, which actually we do not know what kind of meat this is.
Lamb's testicles.
More than likely, probably a testicle of some description. So, or multiple testicles.
Is it something not of this world?
For all I know, it could be fucking Jim.
What alien testicles?
Let's have a.
Really?
I don't know the amount of the testicles taken off your head, Xander. Let's have a go for it anyway. You know what? Funny enough, they taste exactly the same as the beef chops.
Vile?
So, yeah, vile and pointless. So in other words, I will not be eating any more of that. But at least I'm not projectile vomiting.
Well, not yet. You've still got the aloe vera.
This is it. I'm going to wash it down with Grace Aloe Vera Drink Original Flavour Smooth. The ingredient.
Aloe vera has it got in it?
Well, this is what I'm just trying to look up now. I've found the ingredients. apparently. Original flavour. Grace aloe vera, original flavour ingredients. Water, aloe vera juice, 30%.
Oh.
Cane sugar, acidity regulator, malic acid, grape flavour, and vitamin C. So, yeah.
The 30% aloe vera juice it sums it up as a whole of what you're about to experience.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing fun, this. I can feel it coming. With vitamin C and no preservatives.
How much cane sugar?
Well, it was the third biggest. It's the third ingredient in the on the line. So,
About 20%.
of which it's oh my Jesus fucking Christ! Per 100 ml. So it's a saturates of which of sugars. It is 9.5 grams. Fucking hell, this must be super sweet. So yeah, I'm going to give it a whirl. Let's see.
To balance out the sort of...
Is it in a bottle or a can?
It is in a bottle. It's in a green bottle. So I actually can't tell whether it's clear or not. So, but actually I can pour it into my can and I can just briefly see it as it comes out. I just pour it in the can and just open it up. It's not fizzy. Do you know what? It actually smells really pleasant. That's actually a really nice smell. I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Famous last words.
I know. It is clear, but it looks quite thick.
Like a syrup?
Sort of. It's not. It's like a watered down syrup.
Okay.
So yeah. Bottoms up. Do you know what? That's actually not bad.
Wow.
It is actually not bad. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. I think you might have the short end of the stick here, Coxie.
Yeah, it sounds like something to be like a shit sandwich, if anything.
Yeah, I've come out a winner on that one. That's actually quite nice. I'm going to keep drinking that.
It's a bit disappointing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping it would be grim.
Well, it's a bit disappointing in terms of listening quality, but we've got Coxie to sort of make up for it.
This is it. Well, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be nice, did I? I picked up on the shop thinking it was going to be absolute dog shit and aloe vera on it, with my previous experience with aloe vera. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. But that's not bad. It's about time I had something nice. Anyway, Adam, it's your turn now for dessert.
Hey.
Fucking hell.
So you'll have to just say what's on the packaging.
What's on the dessert trolley?
Well, and what have we got for you tonight? Let's Fred the Weatherman to say. Well, I'm just trying to sort of currently open it, because it looks like it's going to be a bugger to it. Oh no, it should be.
Get a knife.
It's alright. If all else fails, get a bigger hammer. So I currently have in my possession one intact, because a few others I've seen in other places were smashed to bits. A Marmite flavour hollow chocolate jar.
Nice.
Oh.
And I've just opened the box now. I can already smell the chocolate. It smells like sort of cheap Easter egg chocolate.
Oh.
So
it might not be too bad.
Now, question, Coxie, are you a fan of Marmite?
I actually am, yeah. So.
Oh.
But Marmite and chocolate together, right?
Well, it's the cheap chocolate that you say it smells like. It'll probably won't mix as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So. Ingredients: sugar, cocoa butter, skim milk powder, cocoa mass, whey powder, lactose, butter oil, yeast extract, some random emulsifiers and salt and flavourings.
All the good stuff.
Acidity regulator, onion powder.
Onion powder.
Vitamins, garlic powder, vegetable juice concentrates, celery seed extracts. And the milk chocolate contains 25% minimum cocoa solids and 14% minimum milk solids.
So what's the rest of it made of?
Well, to be honest, when you're mixing onion and garlic powder into chocolate, you know you're onto a winner.
Well, there's that. This does sound like. Yeah, this sounds delicious.
Well, it's been sat in B&M for however long, because it was originally $3.99, and I was looking at it and considering buying one to try on a YouTube channel, and they said, "Oh no, don't bother, because we might do that ourselves." I was like, "Well, I'm offering to do it for you for free here." So I saw it again recently. It dropped to $1.99, and then it was £1 today. So I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just buy one."
Do it for us instead, quite happily.
Let's peel the tape off here.
Oh.
That's right, it's got tape on the side so it doesn't. It's a bit more protected. Oh, I can smell the Marmite already.
This sounds almost as good as Mega Mole.
Well, I literally just sort of cracked open. I broke the seal with sellotape then, and I had originally opened the box. I had a whiff of chocolate. Opened it then. I had like a whiff of really strong Marmite.
Oh fuck!
Awesome.
Will this be the completion of the shit sandwich, or will it just be?
So the smell test, I can't really. It just smells like when you have like really strong chocolate, you know, like the 70% cocoa ones.
Yes.
So it's. Yeah, it just sort of smells like that, if anything.
So I'm just chilling here with my aloe vera drink.
Right, let's sort of break into this bad boy so I can try a bit. Or I might just sort of bite into it.
Just bite it.
Okay.
I heard it.
Yeah, it's cheap chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes grainy.
Grainy.
Yeah,
Grainy.
like it's grainy because it's cheap chocolate though.
How strong is the Marmite?
Not very. Oh no, there's aftertaste.
Oh, the aftertaste is the worst.
No, yeah. Oh man.
The shit sandwich is complete.
It's such a poor choice. It's like the sort of it's like as if there's someone if you made like a chocolate mold yourself or something, and you sort of baked Marmite, you sort of spread Marmite into the chocolate and then left it to set. And so I'm sort of eating it, and I'm like, there's no taste, and there's like a Marmite aftertaste, which is just really strong, gets you right at the back of your throat.
So it's like a mugger sneaking up on you. You had a Marmitey mugger.
You would know, Paul.
Oh yes, that's my nickname in Blackpool. The Marmitey mugger. To camouflage myself, I just smear myself top to toe in Marmite.
I'm not even going to say anything. That's just horrible.
God, Darren, I was only taking the mick. I just didn't realise there was a story behind it. Marmite. Put me off it for life.
Oh, don't get me fucking started on Marmite. Jesus fucking Christ. Oof. The ex-missus absolutely adored it, and then obviously she used to eat buckets of it, and then expect to come near with a kiss. I was like, no. Fuck off. Not a sniff. So, Adam, have you recovered?
No, I'm still eating it.
You're eating
Still
it?
eating it?
Well,
It's chocolate.
I thought I'll just finish the lid.
You still got the whole jar left.
Yeah, but luckily it's hollow. Oh man.
So out of 0 to 5, one or 5 sick bags then? 5 being the worst.
Well, if you're sort of oh man, yeah. Well, I see I quite like Marmite, and I obviously like chocolate from the side of me. But again, never again together.
No.
Never. It'd be like if someone sort of thought, "Oh, I'll play a prank on them by someone by giving him like a Nutella and Marmite sandwich. Then going, oh, what's on this sandwich? Oh, it's just Nutella. And you bite into it like, oh, it's not just Nutella.
Yeah, I can get that. I've got a little bit of an update on the aloe vera drink. After a while, it does get not nice. There's a build-up of aftertaste to it, and it's... Yeah, I can tell it's getting to a point where... It's the aftertaste that just destroys everything. I mean, the Mega Malt was...
Send me some aloe vera drink, and I'll drink that gladly or currently. Oh, fucking hell.
But yeah, it's just not... It's not nice. I mean, there's like a weird like film on the back of me... around my mouth now from it. It's yeah.
Do you suddenly need the urge to go?
No, I don't need the urge to go yet. I'll give it an hour, and I probably will be shitting through the eye of a needle. But yeah, I've also had
squeaky bum time.
Yeah. So yeah.
I have to say, I'm glad I only spent £1 on this.
Yes. So how many sick bags out of 5 would you give it? Obviously 5 being the most repulsive.
Yeah, I'd sort of go in the middle and probably say a 3.
Three sick bags out of 5. Now, you see, I'll grade... The aloe vera initially was a 1 out of 5, but the aftertaste, it's upgraded it to about a 2. As for the beef meatball bolognese with pasta that I've just had, I can only give that 1 because there's no real taste to offend. It's just bland as fuck. And it's just not pleasant, but it doesn't actually make you feel like you're going to hurl.
Well, then you need to try some Marmite chocolate.
Do you know what? If they've still got it, I will try it on the next show because I actually can't stand Marmite. So I will give it a go.
Because they had a few left.
I will give it a go. If I can find some, I'll give it a go.
You will look because they have a few left, and I can pick one up tomorrow after work.
Oh, brilliant! I'm up for that. In fact, save it because maybe next month I'm thinking of possibly doing another podcast.
Ooh.
So
the date on the one I've got, I think they're good till September. So
that's fine. Chocolate's all right a couple of months after the date anyway. So
July.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm thinking of hopefully doing a podcast next month or the month after. So.
Sweet.
So we'll do that again. Lewis, I know you've obviously just literally started on the show this week. Did you hear our podcast?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think we're going to be doing it again next year. The Christmas Crap Sack Challenge. It's going to be an annual thing. Us versus Lost Art.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
So yeah, I'm up for that anyway. Hopefully though, do you remember last year, Adam? I gave you a bit of a challenge. It was when we was it was WrestleBox. It was the chili challenge for the chili festival.
I had a feeling you're going to remind me of this.
Yes, it was. Was it the 30-second burn or something, like 30-minute burn or something?
Oh no, there's I think when I went last year, there was the stall. I heard of it through a YouTube channel called Devon Chiridia. And,
yes.
Their guys tried the 10-minute burn sauce.
Yes, that's the one. I can't remember what it was called.
There's also the 20-minute burn sauce, I think, if the guys still make it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there is a 10-minute burn sauce that exists, and I think they didn't have it in Blackpool last year, so I'm hoping they have it again this year.
Yes.
Because I think the challenge is still out there.
Yeah, I'm willing to take you on it. And I'll get someone to film it for YouTube.
That's fine.
So, if you're still game for that, I am.
Yeah, I know Gareth likes his heat as well, so he may want to join us on this one.
That's fine, I'll take a 2-on-1 challenge. Because I know for a fact no one...
Well, I'll join you, Paul. We can make it a tag team.
Yes, okay, there we go then. So, Lewis is obviously now a member of RAD, so RAD versus Lost Art is on, rather than WrestleBox. So yeah, it's on this. When is it on? I know it's in April.
It's a weekend. It's a Saturday in April. It falls on, I believe.
Yeah, I'm working, so I'm gonna have to book it off.
When?
I think it's something like the 20. I want to say the 21st, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and book it off.
Or 22nd, I think it falls on.
Well, I'll book it off and make sure I'm off anyway, because the idea is the loser buys the milkshakes from West Coast Choc Cafe, wasn't it?
22nd of April, St John's Square, Blackpool.
Yes. So yeah, I think the loser. I think was it the loser pays for the West Coast Choc Cafe.
Loser buys the milkshakes. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we'll go with that. I think.
But there was when I went last year. I picked up a couple of sauces myself from other stalls, and they've both been the two sauces I got. They're both, you pay a bit more because it was obviously Chili Festival, and they're paying quite a bit to be there.
Yeah.
But it's for what you can get. It's worth paying the money for.
Well, I'm a fan of hot sauces, as you know, so I'm up for that. Anyway, I think it's time now to go for a quick break so we can get the bad taste out of our mouth.
I did have another food topic, but if we're going to a break, I can wait till we come back.
Go for it if it's relevant. Go for it. Well, we'll go with this. We'll do this before the break.
I was going to sort of just quickly say that after there's that thing flying around on Facebook recently, like the new Oreo cream egg.
Yes.
There's that guy like I invented it years ago. It's not a new thing. I invented it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a mate who claimed he invented cherry coke before cherry coke was a thing. So I was just putting the question out there: is there any foods you've invented yourself and then became a thing, possibly, or
I've invented some
food hacks you have?
I've invented something which isn't actually a thing, but I think it should be. It's I call it Tabascanese, and it's basically just mayonnaise mixed with Tabasco sauce, and it is fucking amazing.
Intriguing.
I actually put it on like chicken burgers and things like that, and it is absolutely brilliant.
I used to do a concoction when I was in college. Whenever we used to go to the local Wetherspoons for a beer and a burger for lunch. I'd do mayonnaise and ketchup, and I'd mix it together.
That's similar to Thousand. Oh, it's not Thousand Island, is it?
Thousand Island.
Very similar. But yeah, it's still sort of a hack. It's not quite the same, is it? So
Step Brothers fancy sauce.
Tell you something else I used to do if I have it was baked beans. I used to make my own curry beans by putting chip shop curry powder unmixed and mixing it in.
Oh, that's nice.
I had my ex said one of her friends or exes used to do that with tin meatballs.
Or put curry powder in.
Put curry powder in it, yeah.
No, that's not too. I can understand. That's better than that fucking stuff that I've just been eating, obviously.
Like my mate Dave, who I used to work with, he used to, apparently when he was in like primary school or high school, before like cherry coke actually was a thing, he used to mix cherry cordial and coke, and then walk around going, "Oh, I've got cherry coke," and then like a year later it came out through Coca-Cola.
We discovered something like I think we must have created blackcurrant cola then, because somebody asked for it when I was working in the hotel I used to work in. Obviously, they asked for like a small measure of, like just a drop of blackcurrant in the bottom of the glass and then top it up with cola, or with Pepsi at our place. And I was like, fucking hell, is that actually any good? So we just tried it. It was like, holy shit. You know, it was like one of them euphoric taste moments.
Yeah.
Every chance I get now, I'll do it. It's got to be proper blackcurrant though. It can't be like apple and blackcurrant or anything. It's got to be just blackcurrant cordial.
Yeah.
You know, it's preferably the Britvic ones.
It's always had me wondering in the world. Is there someone somewhere in the world that mixes like Ribena and cola and stuff?
There must be.
I've never tried it myself because I just think it probably tastes really rancid. But I'm just wondering if there's probably someone somewhere in the world that does it and enjoys it.
Well, I pretty much did.
So.
It's not. What about? Remember, peanut butter and chocolate. You ever read that?
Yeah, Kit Kats.
Yeah, no one kind of knows where peanut butter and chocolate that kind of came from.
Well, if you've ever watched Family Guy,
I know,
they
about to say,
explained it pretty. I'm Officer Reese's. What happened? He got peanut butter on my chocolate. Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, there is some funky stuff that that people put together. I mean, And there's a completely disgusting sounding ones. Like another one that I like doing is dipping peanut butter sandwiches in tomato soup.
Nothing wrong with that. I'd dip any sandwich in any soup, though.
Yep.
So I the reaction I get from that when I tell people that is like, you fucking dirty bastard.
I mean, is there anything like you ever like when they used to like start before when they started doing like Muller Corners? Like, I know some people I know like used to add their own stuff to it. They used to like sort of throw away the actual sauce and they'd like put jam in it or bits of fruit and stuff in it.
Why don't you just buy plain yogurt then?
Yeah.
I've put banana in it before. Bananas in them, in the yogurts, but I've kept the jam and all that with it.
Oh, so you just throw in extra nana?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair dues. I can actually imagine that working. To be honest,
That's another 1.5 a day.
Yeah.
Mashed banana with a little bit of golden syrup on toast is really good.
That's just disgusting. The other thing that should go on toast is butter.
No, it's good.
No.
Yeah,
Banana,
I'm being fair
okay,
though, I'm not a
or-
massive fan of jam unless it's in the middle of a cake.
I never said jam.
Well, anything like that. I mean, anything.
I said mashed banana.
Yeah, I mean, it's still the other thing that should go on toast is butter.
What about cheese?
No, I don't like cheese, do I? You
Yeah,
dick.
but you're wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong. You are wrong.
I admit I'm wrong on that one.
When you put him,
cheese and Branston pickle on toast is fucking godsend.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
See, I don't know whether I like Branston pickle or not because sometimes I do and sometimes I can't stand it. So I'm a weird one in that respect. I don't know.
When you put in Marmite or any other spread on your toast, do you put butter on first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know I used to go out with a girl and she used to never put butter on. And I'm going, why you not put butter on? And she's like, I've got Marmite on it. I'm all right. I'm like,
No,
weird.
the real reason to that is butter's fattening, and I think I'm fat.
And she used to make teas by putting milk in first, then the tea bag, and then the hot water.
See, that's just fucking wrong.
Now, to be fair, you can make tea in any order as long as you let your tea bag sit if you put the milk in first.
I was like, oof.
No,
I'll be honest. People will say, "How the fuck can people do that?" I do that sometimes with my coffees.
I've seen it done, but it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Just wrong.
It's just wrong.
Mm.
I've had a go at people before who put milk in first with a tea bag and then but they poured the water over. It's like, what are you doing?
No, it's meant to be boiled in hot water, not milk.
Right. Anyway, Adam, I've just been looking at this for Cherry Coke. Apparently, Coca-Cola tested Cherry Coke on an audience at the 1982 World's Fair, and no one liked it that year. And then it entered mainstream production during the summer of 1985. That's in the US, though. It hasn't said anything about the UK.
Thing is, so they tried it on like a target audience. No one liked it, but fuck it, we'll produce it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, that made sense.
Somebody'll like it.
But yeah, I'll finish this part of the show with a nice sort of invention that my missus tends to come out with, and I walk out the kitchen in utter disgust. Is for some reason she thinks it's a good idea to put butter on, obviously butter toast, and then put salad cream on it.
Ugh.
And she thinks that's nice. I was like,
nothing
no,
else.
Nothing else.
No.
That's pretty minging, mate.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm as big a fan of salad cream as the next person, but nothing else to go on buttered toast with salad cream. Yeah.
No, that's just grim. It's just not nice at all by
That's
any
a mum
stretch.
thing. That definitely is a mum thing.
No, apparently she liked it before I even met her. So.
Oh, my dad's done it before though. He's made me. He's like, "Oh, do you want a sandwich for lunch?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay. What do you want on it? Do you want salad? It's like chicken and salad." So, yeah, okay. you want mayo or salad cream? Yeah, I'll have salad cream on. He puts butter on as well. So it's butter, then salad cream, then chicken, then salad, and then more salad cream. So there's like butter and salad cream on either side. You bite into it, you just no, don't go.
You just turn yourself into a Ku Klux Klan member when you bite into it. Or you've just had a very, very, very bad accident in the Jorex testing factory.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Anywho, on that note, I think we'll call a break. We'll be back right after these very, very short messages.
Hi, I'm Coxie, better known as the host of the Lost Art of Podcasting. We cover reviews, opinions, listener-submitted topics, even interview special guests with our own odd sense of humour thrown in. You can listen to us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, even Castbox, whatever that is. For more information, find us on Facebook by searching Lost Art of Podcasting. Follow us on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast. So join us, shall you? And now it's back to Paul and the guys for some random ass discussion.
Don't forget to support us on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/UKRAD podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter at UKRAD podcast, and you can also find us at Spreaker on www.spreaker.com/RAD podcast. And now we are on iTunes. So just search for us on iTunes and we'll appear. You can find the Lost Art of Podcasting also on iTunes, but you can also support them by going to www.facebook.com/Lost Art of Podcasting, and you can also follow them on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast. They also have a spin-off show called The Lost Art of Wrestling, and you can support them at www.facebook.com/Lost Art of Wrestling. You can also follow our friends at Mystery Island by going to www.facebook.com/back2 and you can also follow the sponsor of the PCW Prediction League by Avant-Garde Security, and you can find them at www.avantgarde-security.co.uk. They specialise in static security, shop security, and home and business CCTV. So if your business needs a little bit of beefing up in the security, or you just want to make your home a little bit safer, please go over to www.avantgarde-security.co.uk. Now it's back to the RAD podcast. Hi, welcome back to the RAD podcast, and I want to start off the second half of the show by revisiting the WWE UK Championship, because obviously you had mine, Darren's, and Adam's take on the UK Championship, but we also have another massive wrestling fan and potential wrestler in Lewis Ogden on the podcast. So what was your take on the UK Championship?
Well, first off, I'd like to give a apology out for Xander, given that he's not really a big wrestling fan. I'll make this as quick as possible, Xander. I thought it was bloody great.
Yes.
I thought night one did a really good job of setting things up for night two. The only criticism that I could have is I think the wrestlers were very limited, and you can tell that they were told that they had to hold as much back as possible. It seemed to be sort of like one of those going through the motion shows, but it wasn't unpleasant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think, to be honest, night two, particularly anything from the semi-finals onwards, was just unbelievable, like fantastic, like some really, really good stuff all around.
What did you think? Sorry, go on, mate.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Rick. You on to something there?
Yeah, it's just in terms of a show, in terms of like showcasing, like the likes of Pete Dunne, Mark Andrews, and Tyler Bate, I think just knocked out of the park.
Yeah. What did you think of Sam Gradwell? So I'm going to be a little bit biased because he's a local boy.
Right. Okay. think he was. I think he was fine, but to be honest, when you're going up against the likes of, I mean, he was against the likes of Pete Dunne in his his second match, and he was overshadowed to an extent because I think Pete Dunne was just absolutely fantastic for the entirety of the 2 days.
Yeah, it was the Pete Dunne show, wasn't it, really?
Mm.
I mean, obviously he didn't walk away with a belt, but he didn't need to.
No.
You know what I mean? I think Tyler Bate, he deserved it, but I think overall, yeah, Pete Dunne didn't need it. Tyler Bate, I think, you're not going to walk away from your first event in the UK, potentially setting up a weekly show with a heel with the belt.
No.
So I think it worked out, probably booking-wise, couldn't have been any better.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can't fault the booking at all. Can't fault the matches. The crowd, although a bit smarky at times.
Do you know what really got on my goat? Every time that the referee would administer a count, a standing 10 count, they would just do the 10 chant every single time.
Yeah.
It does me nothing. Like, the only way that that's viable, the only way that I'll give it a pass is if it's during a Ty Dillinger match. And then if every other time, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as the when a referee's counting. That annoys me. It was all right with one match that we saw it, and then all of a sudden, every single match he did it. It was
trying to talk about that the other day. We were saying what we can't remember what match it started on, but we remember it starting, and then everyone just went bang.
I think it was literally just like, was it one of those mid-card matches where Joel was the referee?
At PCW, yes, it was. And Joel, you could see, was actually getting really pissed off with it.
Yeah. And then it's sort of like, it was only there for that one weekend of show, and then it went away. And then it's only been sort of recently where it's tried to sort of edge its way back in.
Yeah, but then you realise that the regulars tell people to basically shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Basically, they nudge him and say, shut the fuck up or we're going to fucking punch you.
One person's tried it and then he stopped, hadn't he? And then everyone's gone, no. And then you start another chant, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what's happened at PCW, but obviously the mainstream equivalent this weekend was the 10 count thing. I completely agree with you on that. I mean, it was very, very smarky and it wasn't required. The other bit that grated on me was when... was it Finn Balor came out and he said that everyone was awesome, the crowd was awesome, and everyone started chanting, "We are awesome," or "We deserve it."
Yeah, it was we deserve it.
Yeah, it was like, really?
Bit obnoxious.
Yeah, I thought that, but it's nitpicking now.
You sound a bit trolly there.
Explain.
It was mentioned by a certain Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
Chant.
Yeah.
We deserve it, chant or whatever.
Yeah, to be fair, there was the one time I will agree. I am allowed to agree with the people I dislike every now and again. But, yeah, that was that. So basically, your overall opinion was it was great and it would be good to have it back.
Yeah, as I say, apart from those two blemishes, I thought the crowd were fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought the commentary team was fucking phenomenal.
I mean, how good was Michael Cole, weirdly?
Well, to be honest, I think it helps that Michael Cole hasn't got Vince McMahon shouting in his ear every 20 seconds.
Yes.
And so he was able to...
just call a match.
He was able to just call a match. And, he wasn't as grating as he usually is on Raw. And I think it helped that Nigel McGuinness was just on the fucking ball throughout two nights. Yeah. I thought it was absolutely fan-fucking-tastic.
And not only that, with Michael Cole being there, it added a certain level of legitimacy and credence to the actual product.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? WWE are taking this seriously, and it's an actual genuine thing that they're doing.
Definitely.
By sending the big guns out there, I mean, obviously having sending people out there like Triple H and what have you really added to it as well. I mean, Triple H was more present on the UK Championship than he was at the first on any takeover.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
And you got obviously William Regal was there, and you had other people there like Finlay and people like that. All it was just who's who.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of you talk about NXT and what have you, relating to the network, what are your thoughts on the rumours that potential independent wrestling is going to appear on the WWE network, namely ICW?
Well, from what I hear, they're quite close to. It's quite close to happening, apparently.
I mean, could you imagine it being as it is now? Like, if you got the on-demand for ICW, obviously there's no warts taken out apart from the copyrighted music. Would you think they'd have the same sort of content, adult-orientated content?
I've got tidbits about this.
You may divulge.
Well, this is sort of from the Wrestling Observer Radio.
They're usually on the ball, aren't they?
People sort of say, "Oh, don't listen to the Observer," or whatever, but they've been quite.
Well, that's
always
just
on the ball.
Well, it's Smarks who eventually hear rumours that originally come from the Observer. So.
But it's basically they've said it's that they're possibly announcing the possible edition soon. So, but they won't be doing live stuff. It'll just be on-demand stuff that they're going to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If they do it, it's probably going to be like a 2 to 3 year deal, and they won't the content won't be toned down.
Fantastic.
So it'll probably just be like they'll get a warning first of all, like saying, like an ECW warning, saying like it's mature for a mature audience or whatever.
On Nailhead, because I was just about to make that argument, saying, if someone did say, "Oh, you think it would be toned down?" Well, why not? Because you've got ECW using the word "cunt" at points.
To be honest, with the network as well, you have got the parental control option as well. So I imagine it would just come under that guideline.
But this is it. It's a case. If they did censor it, it's endangering. It's like insulting your audience in a way. Dumbing it down.
WWE have been doing that for years, though.
I was going to say there's also the ECW pay-per-view where they have like Bubba Ray going off on someone. I think was it possibly Heatwave '98 or was it another one?
I can't remember. I'm in the middle of watching that.
I think it'll have been a different one because I think Heatwave '98 isn't as extensive, but there have been sort of like clips that I've seen of Bubba Ray where he's just like pointing out somebody in the crowd and he's just like, "We got a mom in the crowd who taught her daughter how to suck dick."
That was the bit I was thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, and he calling people faggots and things like that.
Yeah,
I've seen that footage. But yeah, that's on the network. So if that's available to be on the network, I can imagine things like the Bucky Boys being absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that'll be a great. I hope it'll be a great thing. So, and it can only mean money for Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'd explain a lot why he was in the bloody crowd. And why ICW got a huge amount of mentions. But have you noticed that all the footage from Evolve has suddenly disappeared? Do you think the breakdown in the relationship with Evolve is something to do with it bringing ICW
in? I wouldn't think so.
I've not heard anything about sort of any breakdown in sort of like.
I've not heard of anything. It's something I've seen, I've observed, because you used to hear mention here, mention there, mention everywhere of Evolve, and all of a sudden it's just died off.
Well, it's literally the last news I heard from Evolve was the whole Joey Styles incident.
Literally, exactly that.
Which again still answers the question of why they fly in a Brit to do ring announcing.
Well.
Let's be honest. If you had a show, would you not want Joanna Rose on it?
True.
Yes.
But again, it's sort of why fly a Brit over for every show?
Dude, her arse is worth just getting over there alone.
It is, but... take with this what you will as well.
I cannot comment on that.
On this
okay.
tidbit I've got, it says there's possible reports that the UK champion may travel to ICW and defend the title there, along with possibly OTT in progress until WWE get their own TV show up and running.
That sounds a good idea.
We were talking about briefly on the bonus pod.
Yes. But that did make sense. I think I kind of did say something along those lines. But I would also be shocked if we did see Tyler Bate in the Royal Rumble just to promote the UK Championship, some shape or form. Not win it, obviously, but be in there at some point. Maybe just for a couple of minutes and then get thrown out.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's only flying one guy in, isn't it? I'd like to see. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but it makes sense.
I just don't know if Trips would allow, the UK champion to be involved in all that mass because, the one thing that it sort of highlighted the UK tournament is that a lot of the competitors, they weren't. I mean, they were in good physical shape, but they weren't I imagined them just coming into the Rumble match and them just being completely lost in the crowd of what main roster guys look like. And I think, I mean, to be honest, if there was going to be anybody from the UK tournament, you'd probably have like Wolfgang in there because at least he is sort of like the same size and the same build. And, he's sort of like relatable to everybody else on sort of like the main roster. But I think
it's a valid point.
If you just put like Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne in there, they'd just sort of they'd be lost in the crowd.
Yeah, it's a valid point. But yeah, okay. Well, anyway, we'll move on anyway from the UK Championship because I don't want to have Xander fall asleep.
I don't fall asleep, you know that.
We'll move on to somebody that he actually does know a little bit about, and that is Kurt Angle going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, what? Oh, we have music. Oh, that's the equivalent of asking for a firework and getting a party popper.
Yeah. It's like the sounds coming out of one of them shit kids walkie-talkies.
Poundland walkie-talkie. Anywho, Lewis or whoever wants to chip in on this one, what are your thoughts on Kurt Angle finally getting in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Fucking great, love it. It'll be great to see Kurt Angle back in the WWE as a whole, and I'd love to see him do sort of like the old Santa Claus dealy that Undertaker does of just showing up once a year and having a big time match.
Just call it the Kurt Angle Invitational.
Yeah.
And have like a match. Yeah, have a WrestleMania match maybe or something like that. Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like to see that. That's he's a lot younger than the Undertaker. He's certainly pretty capable of it. If he rests up all year, just builds on his conditioning.
One thing he'd need to do is he'd need to pass the WWE
wellness,
the WWE physical.
Yeah. We'll see. I think he's more than capable if he worked on it.
Yeah. If anything, I think it's going to be like a one and done.
Yeah, I could also see that as well. I mean,
depends how he is sort of physically and what WWE will allow him to do.
I could see him working as a trainer.
Oh, he'd be fucking vital at the Performance Centre.
Exactly.
Probably why they've hired him.
Well, they're not hired him. I think they'll probably put him a Legends contract, won't they? And then say, look, if you want to do some training work, it's you're more than welcome to turn up.
Speaking of the Hall of Fame, it's looking to be sort of like a really stacked year for this.
It does sound like it. I mean, some of the rumours that we've heard. I mean, William Regal was rumoured to go in there. Diamond Dallas Page.
I think Page is probably a definite.
Yeah, I think he's a lock.
Beth Phoenix as well, I think.
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix?
Apparently, I've heard that as well.
Oh, okay.
Christian.
Yeah, I've heard Christian.
Can't remember who else.
I've also heard Rick Rude and the Natural Disasters.
Yes, they're the ones. Yeah. I've heard them. I couldn't remember. Now you say it, that rings a bell. I think that's going to be a good Hall of Fame to watch, actually.
Yeah.
And obviously you can live on the network, but I probably won't be awake to watch it live. So.
And I'll more than likely be working.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I think it's a positive thing.
It's the night before, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
So
I'll
we'll be asleep
sleeping,
and getting ready for probably coming up to PCW. So, because hopefully they're doing a screening. I'm hoping. There's no mention of it yet. I've not heard it mentioned.
They more than likely will.
They've announced something for it. I'm sure they have recently.
Well, I hope so. If not, we've got the Albert Daz. So.
Fuck off! You're not going
They
to
Walkabout show it here last year, but I don't think he did well, sort of ticket wise.
No, the Albert's showing it in Blackpool. The Albert's showing it.
They've actually been to a few PCW shows as well, but to be honest, I wouldn't go to the Albert.
I'd watch it at home. I'd either watch it at home or get some mates together and watch it that way.
Right.
I've always done it before the past few years. Sort of, I watched it last year by myself.
Mm.
But sort of when we didn't go to, we did Preston a couple of times, and sort of for subsequent manias, I said, "Well, tell you what, get some booze. I'll put some food on, like some nibbles and shit, and I'll order the pay-per-view. Give me a couple of quid towards it." My mates just came and sat around, and we just cracked a few beers, watched the film whatever before it, and then put WrestleMania on, and we'd walk over to Mackey's at 5 in the morning, wait for it to open, then get breakfast, and then go home, and I go to bed.
Sounds good.
So
not to blow my own torch or anything, but it's on 2nd of April. It's a certain somebody's birthday that day.
Right.
I wonder who that might be.
I wonder.
So it will be his.
Well, Darren's talking about going. If we're going to PCW now, Darren's talking about dressing up, and as famous wrestlers or something like that. Going to the show. I'm nominating Darren to go as Naked Midian.
I'm not allowed to after last year.
Why would you possibly give us that horror show? Because
I'm going as we're thinking of maybe doing Joey and two mates pissing about.
Yes,
I thought you'd just go as the artist formerly known as Goldust and just show up with a ball gag.
Well, I thought about that, but Paul says he's using it that night, so.
Nah, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll let him go with Stardust.
Oh, Stardust would be awesome.
Stardust, baby.
Mind you, if Cody Rhodes does appear, do you think he'd tell you to piss off like he has done another fan?
Yeah, he did a cartwheel, didn't he, and gave someone the middle finger. Mentioning Stardust.
See, they've got PCWs in Manchester on the 31st, and it's in Stoke on the 1st of April, and then there's nothing listed until the 22nd. But I'm sure I did see it recently.
There is a first one, yeah, because he said it was a weekend. But
I'm sure they're doing the 2nd of April show as well, because I'm sure they did announce the Mania showing as well afterwards.
I'll be honest with you, I'm really not arsed this year. I do hope there's obviously a show, but if not, we'll obviously do something for Mania anyway. So,
well, I'm doing Rumble this year rather than Mania. I was working both the Rumble and Mania. I had the option of booking one of them off, and I chose the Rumble.
There it is. I'm a Rumble. I do like the Rumble as an event, so I will be staying up for that. Are you all right for me to come round, Darren, on that? Because I finished work, so
I don't know because I haven't got my motor yet, so I don't know if I'm working.
Okay.
I say yes at the moment.
I'm not arsed. I'll watch it at home if need be.
I'll say yeah.
Well, Mr. Flinders, I am having Mateus and possibly Mr. Morrison at mine watching it, so you're more than welcome to tag along if you so wish to.
I would, but I'm working till 10 o'clock at night, so unfortunately I would not be able to get to Southport. So
I say yeah because flips. Oh, I've got that song in my head again.
But yeah, I'll be watching it somehow anyway, so we'll get to that. Hey, we'll move on anyway.
I'll tell you what, just before we get out to the wrestling news, talking to PCW, there's a couple of PCW announcements for the Chris Travis Memorial Tournament on the 25th and 26th of February.
Yeah, go for it.
Apparently, the Spirit Squad have been announced to apparently perform Flooders put the feelers out of which two individuals they'd love to see against.
Hooligans.
It'll be hooligans or single.
Or Joey
Two
Martin.
mates pissing about. No,
I think it's going to be team single, so they get fucking squashed.
Team single and the hooligans.
Personally.
Could be either. And the second announcement is one that's quite mouth-watering, which is adding to another big lineup. Is Pete Dunne's been announced as a competitor in the KT tournament?
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able to go, but I'm not too hopeful at this moment in time, so we'll have to see.
I worked out that I'm off for both days, so I'll probably
will go.
I'll probably get on the bell to Fludder and see if I can help out at that event.
Yeah.
Or the events.
Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, hopefully, I'll be sorting out the prediction league again, getting that going again by then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I withdrew your first round avant-garde trophy round. I don't know if you've seen the video.
I've not seen the video, no.
There is a video on the prediction league, so go and have a look. There's also one on there from Drew Gale and Stephen Fludder.
I've seen.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I loved it. So, but apparently he's in favour. He does like the prediction league. So, apparently Michael Delaney I spoke to him outside the UK Championship map thing.
The owner, the
guy that started the prediction league. I kind of just took it over.
The founder.
The founder, yes, the founder. I'm the guy that runs it. He founded it. And he was speaking to Fludder and said he really, really likes it. So I always think to myself, shit, does he actually approve of it? You know what I mean? So
I'm sure you would have heard about it by now.
Oh yeah, it's been going for I was going to say it's been 2.5 years we've been playing it. So
you've been playing with it for 2.5 years.
Well, someone's got to.
Oh, so what? Xander, you're not doing your job right. Anyway, Xander, you still there?
Yes.
He is. We'll move on anyway, because we'll move on to something that potentially Xander may have an opinion on. I put this status on Facebook the other day, and Drew Gale put it as the greatest prog status he has ever seen. So I saw a story on Jeremy Kyle. I was just passing interest. I was doing something else, and I heard it in the background. And Daz knows what this is already. And apparently there was a guy who was getting absolutely ridiculed by his ex-missus, and she brought up the fact that he had a silicone vagina as a sex toy. And at which point Jeremy Kyle really started to really take the piss out of him because of it. And, really put the guy down. Now I want to know, and I want to know your opinions on this. Why is it okay to make fun of a guy who has a sex toy, but a woman can have dildos and vibrators? It's absolutely fine.
As long as he cleans it out, it's perfectly fine.
Well, this is it. It sounds daft.
Claire read your post out.
You are?
Claire read your post out while we were at her mum's.
What did she say?
Well,
not your mum, I meant Claire.
All of us agreed it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We didn't see the problem.
It's exactly it. Why is a guy having a sex toy a point to actually ridicule him? Because women have them all the time.
At least it wasn't a butt plug he was getting for.
It'll be one of them things she'll have been kicking off because she'll have been she'll have had it in her head we don't need a sex toy, you've got me.
Yeah, but women do that. The women have a boyfriend, they have a healthy sex life, and they've got a freaking vagina, dildos, and all sorts.
A vagina dildo?
A vagina dildo, yeah.
What's a vagina?
They do, and that's absolutely fine. I know other couples that they both have sex toys and they have a healthy sex life and they go shopping together and summers. But then there's obviously the closeted couples that obviously you're with me, so you're not able to pleasure yourself. And,
yeah.
Just out of interest, is the vagina dildo the holster for the dildo?
Yeah, it is. It slits in, it locks in place, and it doesn't move around when you try and use it. It's something I've just invented.
One ends for the guy, the other ends for the woman, and it practices safe sex.
It's the middleman.
To be honest with you, when I think of silicone vagina, I just get flashbacks to that scene from Archer, where they're just like, Archer, yeah? Why is there a goddamn robotic vagina in the sink? I got no good answer for you.
But yeah, like I say, I don't know why it really got me back up, because it's double standards at its it's a perfect example of double standards.
Yeah, it's a pot kettle scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely so.
Everything's double standards these days, though.
Well, this is it. It's
sexist for women, but when it's something against men, nobody gives a fuck.
Ask me this though: how many of you have mates or friends or partners, any guys have spoken about saying that they've got plastic vagina or whatever? How many of you actually said it?
Nobody said it, but the thing is, though, it's not because of double standards. People like males don't speak up and say they've got this, that, and the other.
How many girls have you heard about? They've got dildos, or
they go to fucking Ann Summers parties when you sell them.
Yeah,
I've been in an Ann Summers shop, and there is a enclosed section which deals in that sort of kinky sort of section.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I say, they do. But the thing is, though, it's majority aimed at women, isn't it? Because men are shamed into not having these sorts of things, whereas women, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
it's like I say, it is double standards, like you say, Darren. Go on, Adam.
No, I'm just sort of about to sort of jump in and say it's not sort of as time's gone on. You're seeing more and more of these shows like Channel 4 documentaries come up. They said with quotation fingers about how things are becoming less and less taboo, and like it's more acceptable now for the guys who have a sex toy and stuff. But obviously, we don't have Ann Summers parties where we go. But pass around this fake vagina, and feel how real it is and stuff.
Can we have? Oh wait, no.
Sorry,
so it wouldn't be an Ann Summers party, it would be like a Joe Summers party or something, wouldn't it?
To be fair,
Darren sounds like he wants to host.
I will, yeah.
To be fair, wouldn't
Darren's
revolutionised your life when you were 15?
What's that?
Mate, Pornhub would have revolutionised my life. Very fucking speak. Pornhub would have revolutionised my life when I was 15.
Definitely. We had to make do with page 3.
Yeah.
Like when someone didn't know about porn, and then they realised, it was like, boom.
Page 3, the lingerie section of the catalogue.
Littlewood's catalogue.
And LimeWire if you knew what to look for.
That's a fucking minefield.
If you were like sort of semi not asked about getting viruses on your computer.
Oh my god, that is a proper minefield, and that's just not just the content that's hidden on there under innocent. Well, it puts in quotation mark innocent like file name, but yeah, I'm thinking of like sex toys for men and this, that, and the other. There's actual virtual ones now that you'll recognise the names, and the Zolt Baumgartner. Yes, he actually has formed a sex toy company. He's an ex-Formula One race driver, and he's a Dutch ex-Formula One race driver, and he's set up a company that's does like virtual sex toys, isn't it, Xander?
I didn't know he did, but
he does. He's Zolt Baumgartner.
More than we do, Paul.
Yeah, well, I'm just clued up on
researching this for a while. Haven't you?
Seem to have a real interest in the subject.
I actually looked it. I found it off a podcast called Downforce that he actually did this, but apparently he's been on Sexcetera and things like that. We're advertising it basically, and it's basically you hook up this thing to basically your knob and watch stuff on the internet, and it actually does everything for you. I shit you not.
So it's like them 6-pads that just you stick them on your abs and they just sort of like.
Like the ones that Ronaldo advertises.
So all you need is a VR headset, and it would be like the holosuite in Star Trek.
Yes. 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 Ooh, Deanna Troy.
Speaking of Star Trek, I've been rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to. I know it's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on
Amazing.
Netflix. Yeah.
I know it's on Netflix. I've been meaning to. I watched the first half of the first season. Then I stopped because I didn't get time to watch it. Not that I didn't want to watch it.
To be fair, the first season is one of the weakest.
Yeah. You get into sort of like season 3. I think it's like is it like the best of both worlds? With like the second confrontation with the Borg?
Yeah.
Wasn't that season 4?
Was it season 4? Might have been season 4 actually.
Could have been.
Yeah. That 2-part is just it's just phenomenal.
One of my favourite episodes, though, was the one where they encounter a drone in space, and it actually teleports Picard to another world, and he relives his whole life.
It's the Inner Light.
Yes, that's one of my favourites.
That's a fantastic episode. Love that episode.
See, Darren's a Trekkie. You should be able to chip in on this.
Yeah, no, I know. I totally agree. I love Star Trek, and I could talk with it all day. But I just love how the tangent's gone from sex toys in Are They Right in all the way down to Star Trek. It's just like we are nerds, aren't we?
Well, to be honest, it was Paul bringing up his ultimate sexual fantasies with Deanna Troy.
Oh yeah,
got
Deanna Troy and. Beverly Crusher. Oh, tell you what, Beverly Crusher in the
No, 7 of 9. It's got to be 7 of 9.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was a bit later on for me because...
He doesn't like them that old.
Well, it's Voyager, isn't it?
Yeah. So, first off, it was you would have Uhura and the nurse from the original series. And then Next Generation was Jana and Beverly Crusher. Deep Space Nine was Kira and Dax, both Daxes.
Enterprise.
And Leela, the communications officer from Enterprise.
The Vulcan.
No, the Vulcan, yeah, but not the other Sochi.
The Asian girl.
Yes.
Hinted.
Yeah, she was fine.
Speaking of like ultimate sexual fantasies, before Christmas, I met up with a mate of mine, and he's like recently single, and he's sort of a bit like me. He's a bit of a nerd, and he come up with it's like his top 5 list, and there was sort of I believe like Felicity Jones was in there. From Rogue One, Keira Knightley was in there, and the girl who plays Jessica Jones in the Marvel series, I believe was on there. Just wondering, do you guys have anyone in particular? If they came and knocking on your door and they said, "Take me now."
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Go on, Sandy. Do you want to dig your grave first before I do?
Xander wants to say Paul's mum, but she listens to this podcast now, so...
He has gone on record on a previous podcast to say that.
Dude, it's gone on record on Facebook.
It's true, my mum responded. It's true as well. Oh, she did.
And when you live with her mind and it's coming through fours all the time.
Yeah. It gets bad when she speaks through your microphone and say, "Paul, your tea's ready."
Yeah, I've got a few though. So That's not an easy question.
Just rattle some off.
Top 3.
Wow.
He wishes.
Probably Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Amy Adams.
Yeah. I've seen that cubicle scene in American Hustler, and I did think about.
and what's her name? From Wolf of Wall Street and Suicide Squad.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Robbie. Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to jump in and say I've got dibs on Daisy Ridley.
Fair enough. I'm going to say Sophie Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Sophie Turner all day long.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah. Don't know what it is. I think it's the hair.
It's a
Really?
redhead. It's Rosie Leslie, who played Ygritte.
Ygritte, yeah, she was fine as well. But she's now compared to... she is nothing.
No. Ygritte was from Aberdeen. That's only 24 miles away from me.
You got to compete with Jon Snow, though, Xander.
That's easy.
Have you seen that meme where it was like it's somewhere with like 6 inches of snow, and then there's a picture of Ygritte.
Scotland has to deal with 6 inches, so Ygritte gets 6 inches of snow.
Oh God Almighty!
What has this show descended into?
It's just it's called this random ass. That's what it is.
It's got away from structure though. It's what the show is pretty much all about.
Exactly. This is why I love it. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else celebrity-wise that would, if they came a knocking, I'd go we're running. I don't know. Jesus, not Jesus.
Well, at least you didn't say Santa.
I think we've killed people.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm a bit more into Shiva.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Well, I'll tell you what.
He's rescued. Darren comes in to the rescue. Tell you who I actually did have a massive crush on back in the day was Alison Hannigan.
Oh yeah, still yeah, definitely.
Alison Hannigan, definitely, absolutely. And if the younger listeners don't know who that is, she's in American Pie as the band geek.
Oh, is that the
one time a bear came.
From, Before I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
She was also in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was.
She's fine. I'm actually looking through my DVD collection now to see if
Oh,
there's
I've
anyone
just
else.
seen Gay Gadot or get New Wonder Woman. I saw her earlier.
Oh,
Gal
Gadot.
Yeah, that's. Oh, she's stunning.
It's me.
I must say, I'd still have like a teenage boy crush on Emma Watson.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
I don't know. I wasn't a teenage boy though when she was little. I was. So it must be quite pervy.
Oh my God!
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
There's another one that I used to have a massive crush on when I used to watch the film.
Gandalf.
Not Gandalf. No, even though he does look a little bit like Jesus.
Tom Selleck.
You guys watched I'm assuming you guys have all watched Starship Troopers, the first one, the good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the girl,
yes, mate.
Yeah, the girl that Johnny Rico does end up sleeping with in the tent. Her. With the curly hair, the one that gets killed.
Yeah, the only one that actually bears her breasts in the film.
There's a few actually that bear their breasts in the film. It's literally in that shower scene.
Yeah, but the only one of note.
The only one of note.
The rest in that shower scene were horrible.
You're not wrong there.
Do you know what? You girls are 9 out of 10. I'm after a 10. You're all garbage. Xander, you desensitised bastard.
You're a scum.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not far off the truth, actually. Tell you who is fine as well was the girl. Is it Romana in the first Hot Shots movie? You ever seen Hot Shots? Please tell me you've seen Hot Shots. Any of you?
Oh, it was the the
Charlie.
first, yeah, first
the rip off of yes, her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. She's the girl that fries bacon on her belly.
Wayne.
He was winning in that film. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my film, and one film that you were talking through this list anyway of things, people who came a knocking. One film was certainly not getting anything out of with Brokeback Mountain.
Yes, it is, you big pervert.
Brokeback Mountain from the horse's point of view.
I've never seen it.
I haven't. It's on the DVD. It's on the DVD.
I've never seen it. My dad, after he watched it, came round to my house and says, "I just watched this film. Never watch it."
Just never watch it. Oh my god.
Why? What is it? I thought it was a Western.
I'm going on to Pornhub to cleanse my mind.
I'll be away in the bathroom, son. I'll be away for about an hour.
I'm just going off to the bathroom with my mobile. I'm just going off to watch Shaving Ryan's Privates.
This was before there was such a thing. Really, as Pornhub on your mobiles.
I'm going on to LimeWire to dodge viruses.
Hey, download it with my WAP internet.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm just downloading a picture of Jordan. I'm just downloading a picture of Jordan, and I ran out of data when it got to the nipple. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm going to move on on that bombshell.
Oh, do we have to?
Which one?
Darren will have to a couple of topics in the thing for some reason, even though he was appearing on the show. So I'll tell you what, if you can remember him, Darren, why don't you ask him?
Oh crap! Oh, it was something to do. How do you feel being the PCW prediction champion this year?
Oh, that one, yeah. Can I be honest? Fucking awkward. Fucking awkward. Considering I'm the guy that runs it. I think
yourself over like all those bookers that have before.
I know. It's Vince Russo all over again, isn't it? But yeah, it felt proper awkward. It's like I was coming out of the Wrestling World Championships, and I was just I was on the train home. That luxury that we didn't have in Manchester, and I was just looking at it, and Mark was like, "I think you're 2 points clear at the top." I was like, "Oh, fuck off, no! Oh no, please don't! Not at the top of my own league. Please not at the top of my own league, because bearing in mind it's my own trophy that I bought." Well, someone else bought it, but I chose it. I chose the inscription on it and all sorts, so it's effectively mine. Just sponsored by Avant-Garde, obviously. And it was like, yeah, I get to win my own trophy. So, yeah, I felt really awkward on that. It did look proper suspect, if I'm brutally honest. But fortunately, he's very transparent, so...
Quick, someone super glue a dildo on a wooden block and give it to him instead.
You should know. Darren. You should.
Didn't want to get rid of the vagina dildo.
Xander, you should know better. Dildos come with suction cups. You don't need to glue it.
Well, do you know what you can say to anybody who's hating out there for you being the Prediction League champion, Paul?
Suck it.
I have a soundbite.
Oh God, I'll move on anyway because that pretty much summed it up. But I think
the other question was sorry.
So I was just going to say I was to make a small announcement about the Prediction League.
Okay,
I'm actually not going to play this year. I'll take part in the Avant-Garde Trophy for the numbers, but I'm actually not going to take part in the league this year. I'm just going to run it.
Yes. One more obstacle out of my way.
So yeah, I'm just gonna run it this year.
Am I copying and pasting off now then?
Lewis,
you're on now, boy.
You're on your own.
Mind you, I did a shit one.
Darren, you tried copying off me, I'll whoop your ass.
I came fifth. I came fifth and I tried copying off Paul.
Well, that's my target benchmark then. I've got to better fifth this year.
Go for it. Yeah, he was fifth. I don't know, actually, I've got the Prediction League book actually just in front of me. I'll have a quick look. Somehow, when I do a podcast, for some reason, Lewis will back me up on this. The Prediction League book's never that far away from me when I do a podcast, and I don't know why.
It shouldn't be, really.
It shouldn't be. Yeah, you did come fifth. You was you was fifth in the Prediction League, but you was actually only 5 points away from second place.
Ooh.
So you weren't actually that bad at all. For some reason, though, I was 7 points clear at the top. So, I don't know. It was quite clear at the end, but it was quite tight until the last couple of shows. But hey ho. But yeah, I'm not playing this year because I'm just going to concentrate on running it. So, and also that I don't like the idea of winning my own fucking trophy anyway. So, so yeah, I'll just run it this year, I think. So anyway, we'll move on anyway. Like I say, there was another question you asked was, what's the worst flavour of pot we have ever tasted? I'll start with Darren because I think mine and Adam's choices are going to be pretty obvious.
Well, I say pot. It was like Iron Brew. But
if your answer's Iron Brew, you're wrong.
No, it wasn't Iron Brew. It was Iron Brew, but then someone put blackcurrant in it.
Oh, okay.
And it was the worst I've ever had. And I'll give or take Iron Brew. I'm not that fussed on it. But it was just disgusting. And for days I was still tasting the Iron Brew, blackcurrant. Ugh.
Not good. What about you, Xander? I imagine some pretty funky concoctions up where you live.
There was a fizzy version of fucking iced tea, which was one of the worst things I've ever had in my life.
Anything else?
There was a really rancid tin of ginger beer.
Oh.
That one was in Tesco's as well. It's still there. It's horrid.
Well, that one you tested?
Yeah, spitting it too.
What about you, Lewis?
Anything that's well, in terms of I'm sort of like a big fan of Coke. Like I love a can of Coke.
Yeah.
Or anything other than original Coke, or it's quite a controversial one, but I actually quite like vanilla Coke. Anything other than them two, I just steer clear away from. Just think they're vile.
What's the worst thing you've ever tasted, like pop wise?
Ooh. That's a humdinger. Tell you what, if you come back to me.
Yes, it won't be long. I think mine and Adam's answer is going to be pretty similar.
Well, I'll just set the countdown clock in my head then.
So, Adam, what was your worst?
Let's have a think. Because Virgin Cola came to mind.
Yeah, that was pretty grotty, to be fair.
And there was another one that came to mind as well. There was a. Do you remember the old Panda Colas?
Yes.
And I think they did. It was either Panda. It was like even a knockoff version of Panda.
Fucking hell, a knockoff Panda.
Yeah, and it was.
Wasn't Panda 10p a tin anyway?
Something like that.
This was after the inflation when it went to like 15 to 20p.
Fucking hell.
And it was
Brexit.
It was rhubarb and custard.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It was grotty. Yeah, that was not nice.
I also wasn't a fan of the bar bubble gum.
Oh yeah,
Bubble gum aid or whatever it's called. I wasn't a fan of that.
Just be careful because Xander's Scottish, so.
Oh mate, don't worry about that.
Xander's like a Scotsman that should be English. He just hates Scotland that much, it seems.
I love Scotland. I just hate the chavvy part like Glasgow.
Ah, fair dues. Me, now, does Megaball count?
No, because it's alcoholic.
It wasn't, actually. No, it was not alcoholic.
No, it's an energy drink. It's not pop.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, then. In that case, then, if we're not counting stuff like Muggermalt and that Big Bear that I tried, probably for me... Oh, I don't fucking know. I'm probably leaning towards cream soda.
Oh,
It's funny that you should say that because I can remember being about 6 or 7 and away down south in Wales, and I remember trying a cherry cream soda, and I remember that was particularly disgusting.
See, what's almost as bad is cheap orangeade.
Oh, yeah.
Cheap orangeade. I mean, like the roller cola version.
Where it's just like completely bitter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one that came back to me then. Like you say, the orange. Bloody orange cola when they brought that out.
Oh God, I don't even remember that.
There was that they brought out. It was cola with orange because they sort of took that with whether they like Coke. They did like Coke with lime and Diet Coke with lime.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they brought out Coke with orange, which is like an orange bottle.
Oof.
But on top of that, when Pepsi did Pepsi-Chino.
Ooh.
Yeah, with coffee. I think I drank that, and I'm not a coffee drinker, and I was just like, ugh.
It didn't taste nice, and then my mate absolutely loved it, but I couldn't stand it. But again, it didn't last for very long, so.
I'm the type of person that can drink bitter lemon just out the bottle. Not a problem.
Here's one for it: dandelion and burdock.
Take or leave it. I can take or leave that.
I don't mind dandelion and burdock actually.
Yeah, shit's nice.
Yep.
I'm the same.
I imagine it's just sort of like a more herby kind of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I like too.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's awesome.
I'll go with that. Yeah, it's a herby Dr. Pepper. That's probably the best description I've heard it.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, yeah. Probably a herby Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'll go with that. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I've got a couple of topics. One of them we'll have to leave for next week because I'm sort of running out of time.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
There's one came to mind because we talked about games and stuff over the past few episodes.
Yeah.
As a sort of an old game I used to play on my Nintendo 64 popped into my head on the way home. So I was wondering what sort of your guys' favourite sort of underrated not so much underrated, but your favourite like beat 'em ups.
Oh right. What are we classing as beat 'em up? Side scrolling or like fighting games like Street Fighter?
Well, sort of anything, sort of going from Street Fighter to Tekken to was it Soul Reaver?
Oh right, yeah, I'm with you now. So
Dead or Alive, stuff like that.
Your stereotypical 1 versus 1 sort of fight. Right, I'm with you.
A few.
We'll rattle them off, Xander. You can go first, mate.
Right, starting with the first one, Primal Rage on the Mega Drive, where it was dinosaurs versus dinosaurs. And then I wasn't a huge fan of beat-em-ups on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, apart from the original Dead or Alive, which was cheesy as hell. And then PlayStation 2, it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. And I really like Mortal Kombat X on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But Primal Rage really started it for me.
Oh, Alexander's, Alex, Adam's just sent Adam's just sent a picture of the Pepsi Max Cappuccino. And it doesn't look friendly, that, mate. It really doesn't. Pepsi Max Cappuccino. For me, probably one that me and you have played a lot, Xander, was Naruto.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, Naruto: The Broken Bond.
I still have them both.
So do I. They are great games.
I was playing them with my little brother, and he kept spamming Demon Fox Naruto at me.
Little bastard.
I literally was a way to punch him, and he's 12.
He's unfightable, let's just put it that way. If you spam with that character, it's broken.
All you have to do is hit one button repeatedly, and that's it, you win.
Yeah, it's properly broken. I'm trying to think of another one that was underrated, but I really, 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 really enjoyed, was Blast Blue.
They're really good games.
Blast Blue and Guilty Gear.
Again, really.
I've got Guilty Gear on the PlayStation. That's a phenomenal game. The original PlayStation. Really good game. And I've also got Darkstalkers 3, which is like it's like Street Fighter, but like different.
Oh wait a minute! I have seen that. I have never played it.
It's rare as hen's teeth, mate. Really good game though. Really good game. I don't know what it's worth. It's worth probably £50 plus now. But it is good. It is a good game. I'm trying to think of anything else beat 'em up wise that I've played that's a bit, not really known as such. Because I've obviously played the big ones like Street Fighter and things like that. I actually got relatively decent at Street Fighter 4. Not really, nothing other than probably like Clay Fighter 63 and a third on the N64. That was amazing.
Ooh.
That was really good. I remember my brother selling it, the bastard, without telling me. So I was fuming with him. Swapped it. Well, no, that's not true. I borrowed GoldenEye 64.
Oh.
And I let someone borrow Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, which had all the Mortal Kombat games on the N64, and Clay Fighter 63 and a third. And my brother decided to sell GoldenEye for £20. Bearing in mind, I would have been in year 9 at the time. So yeah, I was fucking fuming. So I had to give the lad these 2 games because my brother had sold his game on.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I sort of loved Clay Fighter 63 and a third. I took him around to my mates one time. We were playing it. My mate's like, "Why do you like this game?"
Because it's fucking good.
It's like Mortal Kombat with clay figures. He's like, "Yeah, but why do you like it?" He's like, "It's not very good."
It's fucking great. What about you, Lewis? You got any beat 'em ups that you like?
I'm not really a big beat 'em up fan. Only really 2 come to mind. The first one being Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Mega Drive. Me and my brother just used to play the ever-loving crap out of that game.
Yeah, that's
fucking awesome. Love that game.
My sister always cheated at Double Dragon.
I know. I swear we were that crap. We couldn't even make it past like level 3 or something like that. But still, memories of trying to beat that fucking third boss level. And then sort of like only recently, because I've got PlayStation Plus on the PS4. The first Injustice game, Gods Among Us, came up as a free download, so I gave that a go, and I really, really enjoyed it, particularly the story mode, because I think the story mode was really, really goddamn interesting.
So I've only just recently become PlayStation Plus member, so I missed out on that. I've just managed to get Day of the Tentacle for free though, so that's not a complaint. I can't complain.
Epic game, epic. It's a great LucasArts adventure game.
I got it for free.
Yep, it's brilliant.
So
before you move on, story-based beat 'em ups, Persona 4 Arena on the PlayStation 3 is brilliant.
And
it's a great fighting game, but the story on it is huge.
Well, Darren's not mentioned what beat 'em ups he likes.
Well, I'm pretty much the same as Lewis. I mean, I've not played that many beat 'em ups. I've played Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, and all that. I've mainly not really played much. I do remember we used to play Turtles in Time years ago. With my brother. That was really good. I'm thinking it was a Mega Drive or SNES. I can't remember.
One of them.
Really good game.
I think it came out on both. I can't say for certain.
It's interesting that Xander brought up LucasArts, because it's just reminded me of one of my favourite games of all time, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Fucking love that game.
Never played it.
Oh, it's amazing, man.
I'm not a massive Star Wars fan though, am I? So.
You like BioWare RPGs, don't you?
Of course I do.
Well, fucking get it played.
Looks like I'm going to then. But on the beat 'em up sort of thing, I do want to give an honourable mention to WWF Royal Rumble on the SNES. That was fucking amazing.
No, it's the very first SmackDown.
Yeah!
SmackDown 2 when you could put them through the Hell in a Cell.
SmackDown 2 was amazing.
What? Not No Mercy on N64. This one of the wrestling games on N64.
WrestleMania 2000 was amazing on the N64.
No Mercy was the best.
Did you ever get the cart that it messed up? It wouldn't save you game saves or something.
Yeah, I had a problem with that on one of the WrestleMania games for the GameCube. I think it was WrestleMania 9. Was it 19? The one that had Ric Flair and all that on it at the front. You'd get to a point it would occasionally save your save date, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it would just corrupt, and that'd be it. So yeah, it's one of them. Is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about? Absolutely anything at all.
I was going to submit my choice of game was one of the underrated ones.
Oh, sorry, yeah, go on.
It's alright. It was Mace the Dark Age on Nintendo 64.
Never played it.
It's a bit like was it Soul Reaver, where you had like every character had a weapon.
Soul Calibur and Soul Blade. Soul Blade was the first one on the PS1.
So it was like sort of set in medieval times, but each character had like their own weapon, and like so there was like the Executioner who had a big axe. There was Lord Demos who had a big sword who looked a bit like Lord Zed.
Oh yeah.
And you could play as like there was like you could unlock like one of the secret characters with the chicken.
Oh yeah.
There was a janitor called Ned you could unlock.
Hey, it's me.
And then there was also like a giant character you could unlock called Grendel, and like another one called I can't remember the name, but it was like a dwarf in like a big sort of steam powered bleed like suit or something.
Oh yeah, like a steampunk sort of thing.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. I'll have to give it a whirl on the emulator.
I'd have a look, just watch some of the gameplay videos on YouTube.
Yeah, well, what's it called again?
Mace the Dark Age.
Mace, M-A-C-E?
Yeah.
Right, I'll have a look, see. While I'm mixing this up, I'll have a look, see. So I'll give it a look. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, before we end it, and you guys were on about the PlayStation Plus there,
Yeah.
Have you seen that the Nintendo Switch is going to be bringing out their own online service, and they're going to charge for it?
No, I haven't.
Yet, there's going to be no online games at launch.
That's Nintendo.
I was really looking forward to the Switch, and then I realised that it was like 2-3 hours on the tablet-y thing, and then games look all the same.
Do you want to know what's worse, though? It's actually not that much more powerful than the Wii U.
Well, it isn't. And I'm not being funny, but it's not aimed at people like me or Xander. People that are into their games. It's not really. It's casual-tastic.
It's the graphics processor that's in it from NVIDIA is really, really weak. It is designed to be power efficient. It's not really designed for hardcore gaming.
Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? Because a part of the gimmick is that you can switch. Obviously, that's why it's called the Switch. You can do different modes of play with it, and one of those modes of play is portable. So they've obviously got to have stuff in it that doesn't drain power.
But I would rather play my Vita.
There you go. That's the problem. That is the problem. Would you rather have your PlayStation 4 switched on at home and be connected to a Wi-Fi or an internet connection and play that rather than play a Nintendo Switch?
That's it. I could play my Vita, play my PS4 games if I really want to and stream them to that. Or I can just play the awesome catalogue of Vita games.
There you go. And what's cheaper?
Oh, a Vita.
Exactly. So it's
£300 for a Switch.
Yeah.
I was impressed by when I saw the videos when they first come out, and I've read everything, all the details and everything about it.
I'm not being funny, but the worthwhileness of what attracts me to a console is the games, not the fact that you can pick the bastard up and walk around with it. I'm not being funny, but if you did that, or you took your Nintendo Switch around in Blackpool and you were playing it, you would not have it for long.
New Zelda looks good, and the new Mario, which comes out at the end of this year, looks good.
To be honest, the only reason I got my PS4 when I did was because I really wanted to play The Last of Us when it got remastered.
And
I got mine for Uncharted.
Exactly.
I got mine for a game that's not even released yet.
What is it?
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, well, get 15.
Remastered.
I will be getting 15. I will be getting 15 at some point. I've just got to wait a month or two.
Mate, 99 hours I've put in it so far.
Fuck me. Not literally. Jesus Christ. I mean, at the minute I'm playing Skyrim. I've got the remaster for Skyrim. And I'm really, 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 really enjoying the fuck out of that. I mean, Xander will know this. I got it on the Xbox 360, but I never really gave it the time of day, did I? I literally completed the story, and that was it. Whereas...
We were playing Forza.
Yeah. So, yeah, because we were playing Forza. So, now, obviously, I'm going to batter the living fuck out of it. So, hopefully, I'll get on with that. Anyway, I want to start trying wrapping things up, because we've been on for nearly 2 and a bit hours now, so I'm going to try and wrap it up. Thank you for joining us again, lads. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem. You open invitation, Lewis. You can come on whenever you want, mate.
Huzzah.
So, I'll keep you in the loop, and we'll let you know when we're recording.
Yeah,
so,
no worries.
More than welcome to join us anytime.
Yay.
So, I'm going to I'll wrap it up. Thank you for listening to the RAD podcast again. Your feedback would be appreciated. So, like I say, give us some honest feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, whichever medium you choose to listen to us on. Even on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Preferably, like I say, we prefer a 5-star review. If you give us some honest feedback, that would be just as valuable. Just like I say, just give us a review. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up because I need to render my toilet asunder. So I've been Paul the Hat Guy Flinders. Darren, anyone?
I have been myself.
Xander's been himself.
Just myself.
Yeah.
I'm now on Amazon buying one of those dildo vaginas.
Patent the name, Dildo Gina.
Pat the vagina, eh?
Dilgina.
I've been the mortified penguin's little bitch.
I've been Dave Benson Phillips.
And he's going to get his own back. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
Bum bum.
Thank you for listening. Good night.
Take care of you, son.